Welcome back to the channel. Drew here, and over the last year I've been able to meet, talk to, and become close friends with at least 12 of the most profitable, most productive hosts in the entire country in the Turo business. And I've found that all of them do at least 5 of the next 6 things that I'm going to give you today. Let's talk about it. Let's jump in. All right, so number 1 on the list, the very first thing, and maybe the most important thing if you get into the Turo business, the most profitable, most productive hosts in the country. Number 1, they have a way to purchase under market vehicles. Now, some of them use a dealer's license where they can buy vehicles from the auction. So they can get wholesale type pricing on vehicles. That's a great way to get things under. Some of them are experts at finding deals on Facebook Marketplace or old school Craigslist or different places like that, where they can filter through a lot of the junk. If you are not skilled in that area, there's just so much junk, everything from salvage titles to damaged vehicles to vehicles that there are issues that are hidden. If you haven't seen Aubrey's Janik's video on that, you should. Just the challenge of filtering through the junk to find good quality cars. Some of them are experts at that, and they have some mechanical experience. They have are easy to be able to spot and look at a car to see if it's a good quality car or a not a good quality car. But either way, there's a lot of different avenues as well. Myself, I don't have a dealer's license, or I'm not mechanically inclined. I don't know enough about vehicles to be able to find those type of deals typically. Although I'll land a deal here or there. My expertise is finding dealerships that are willing to sell vehicles at MSRP without marking them up, and building relationships in those dealerships and keeping contacts, cultivating good relationships in those key dealerships where I can constantly get undervalued vehicles or fair prices on vehicles, and that's really helped me. But all of them have a way where they've built a system or a way or an avenue to be able to purchase under market vehicles. And it could be, the target price for purchasing under market vehicles is between, $1,000 to $3,000 under market value. And anything else on that is just bonus. But if you can purchase vehicles like that, it can really help you build. And you have to have a consistent process on how you do it. And number 2, they know how to target the right kind of clients. And ask yourself, what are the most productive clients for your business? It might be long-term rentals. And they will build a system on how to target long-term rentals. Maybe it's giving heavy discounts after 7 days. You're getting people that are booking minimum of 7-day rentals, and that turn into 2 and 3 and month rental longs because they're very productive rentals, those long-term rentals. What else? Some people, it's short-term rentals. Some people, they put they love instant booking, and they set up their whole business on being able to capitalize on people who need a car right away, and people that are, not so much price conscious, but convenience conscious, people who wait to the last minute and they need a vehicle and they don't care about paying over a much higher price for the vehicle. It might be other people that build their business around not having vehicles that people are willing to pay up for, unique vehicles or special vehicles that their consumers, their clients are not really worried about the dollars and cents. They're worried about a special vehicle or a vehicle that they can't get anywhere else. In any case, every one of the people that I've talked to, they have ability to they build a system on how to attract the right kind of guests, the right kind of clients that they want, and on the opposite side, not attract the guests that they don't want. And what are the worst quality guests that you have? And think through your list, and they build their system around their business model around targeting and attracting the right kind of guests that they want and minimizing the guests that they don't want. As far as that goes. One of the things that I talk about in one of my recent videos was taking off the unlimited mileage, and that's a way that you're attracting the worst productive guests, people who are, a lot of times renting it for 2 or 3 days, and they're driving all across the country and coming back, racking up lots and lots of miles, and that's like a tag to target the worst possible as far as productivity in the guests. And so you want the opposite of that, and that's what the best hosts do. Number 3, when they get great clients, when they get the best clients, they target the best quality clients. When they get them, they are great at getting them to come back and getting returning guests, returning referrals, and people that are have rented once and they come back and now they become people who are flying into airports, and they become their business. They consistently come back 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Many Turo hosts get into the business and they get a little bit too short-sighted. They always look for every opportunity to stick somebody with a cleaning fee or any fees they can get, any over mileage they can get. Sometimes you have to look a little bit big picture and realize, hey, I'm going to give this person a break on over mileage or on this or on that. And because they could be potentially a great client that's going to come back consistently. And so some of the top hosts in the country, not only are they great at bringing in the right kind of clients that they want to build their business around, but they're also great at getting those customers to come back again and again and again. And listen, you can't be in this business long term and just be turning and burning through guests and getting them for the most money possible, and then just kind of, you don't care if they come back. No, the best hosts in the country, they have customers that come back again and back again and back again, and they use different things to incentivize that. And one of the things they use to incentivize that is number 4, is they offer a unique or a wow experience. In other words, they offer with their rental experience something different that they can't get anywhere else. Not only can't they get it at the Enterprise or at any of the rental companies or Avis or Hertz, but they can't get that experience even on the Turo platform with other hosts. And sometimes, they have some unique qualities. It might be a location. Maybe they're right at a picturesque area or close to the beach, or they have mountains nearby, or whatever it is. They offer a unique experience because of their location. Sometimes it's unique because they're right next to an airport, and it's very convenient for people to fly in to be able to get the vehicle. Sometimes it's unique vehicles. They have very special vehicles that you just can't get anywhere else. And I try to do that sometimes. I try to get vehicles that most people can't get their hands on and can't get them on the platform. Sometimes it's sometimes they have an incredibly efficient check-in and check-out process. And you have a lot of guests where time is money, and professional people where, if you have a really good check-in and check-out process that's consistent and it's easy to learn, and you'll get really good clients. It's like the airlines that have their business class people that are going to fly every single week. Man, they wine and dine those people. And if you're able to offer a ultra unique or special or consistent experience, it can give you a consistent profitability, but it also keeps those great clients coming back time and time again. Number 5, they monetize efficiency and volume. And what I mean by this is, as they've grown their fleet, and some of these people may only have 10, 12, 15 cars. I know power hosts that have 50 to 100 cars, and even a couple people that had over 200 and 300 vehicles. All of them, as they grow their business, they monetize efficiency and volume. So the more vehicles that they have, they're able to save money, cut costs, whether it's supplies like a windshield washer fluid, or brakes or tires, and the more vehicles they have more buying power when it comes to finding a vendor to do tires, or purchasing supplies, or parking, or whatever it is. As they've grown their business, they use the volume that they have to make it more efficient, more profitable each and every way. And they make their money in efficiency and volume and profit. And this is a benefit to growing your fleet. And there's pros and cons as you get a bigger fleet, but one of the positives is you're able to use volume and be able to purchase things cheaper and in bulk, stocking up on different things that you know you're going to need time and time again, and that can increase the profitability of your business. And lastly, number 6, even if their traditional business model is not built around high-end cars, they do have a percentage of their fleet that are high-dollar rentals. And almost every single host that I'm talking about here, the very best in the business, the top 5%ers in the business of profitability and productivity as far as the Turo game, they all have either a small or a large percentage of high dollar rentals. And it could be anything like Corvettes or premium market luxury cars or high-end SUVs or whatever their market, off-road vehicles, whatever their market is, prefers. They have a certain section of their vehicles. It might be only 10% of their fleet. It might be 20% of their fleet, or it might be 50 or 60 or 80 or more of their fleet. But they do have a portion of their fleet that is high dollar rentals, which really caters to the premium customers, and you'll see that in a lot of the other businesses that we talked about. All right, before we end here, one last freebie. I know I told you 6, but I'm going to give you 7, one last bonus. And many of these hosts, a good portion of their profit comes from things outside of just the rental income. And it could be a whole number of different things. It could be over mileage charges. If you have, high-end cars, anything over 100 miles, you can get over mileage charges, and they can be substantial. It could be extras that you're upselling. People that live close to the beach, they rent coolers or, umbrellas or, a number of different things, creative things like, holders for people's phones and small little upsells, car seats and booster seats. And these are things that, you invest, $10, $15, $20, and then you're renting it over and over again, and they can bring 10 to 20 times what you paid for the item before it gets damaged or lost or whatever. They use those type of things to monetize, to bring in more profit. In the past, it could have been smoking fees, and there are hosts that still target smokers, and they welcome the weed charges and the smoking charges, and they use it as a profitability. There's some that target people that are going to be damaging their vehicles. Again, once you get into the inner city where you have more issues, they use that as a profit, an extra place to get profit. I've seen people get creative with it, and some have rented the roof rack or the roof bars on the top, and they might rent it for $20 a trip. And they never actually take the bars off, but the people that really need them or want them will pay that extra money. You can really get creative with this stuff. Don't limit yourself to the revenue that you're bringing in. Try to add some extra things that people can purchase that are simple, that are easy for you to do. Some things that could always stay with the vehicle, like the roof racks or something in a storage container that they're always there, but people that might see it, might want it, and they might pay extra. It's no different than when you go to your favorite restaurant and or your favorite little shop and you're going to check out, and they have all those little extra things there that you can easily just add to what you're purchasing ever, and it brings up people's the amount that people spend at their location. Marketers get paid a lot of money to do that, and you need to be a little bit creative in adding those type of things, and it really can take you from being a great host to one of the top in the country as far as profitability. Hopefully this is helpful. If it is, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep giving you this type of content moving forward. Thanks a lot, and thanks for tuning in. I'm out.